Good morning, everybody. So what I've been up to lately is studying a lot of verses in Aramaic. And Aramaic is the original language that Jesus spoke in. And it is such a beautiful language. It is so profound and deep and rich. And there is so much meaning to it. And a lot of it can get lost as we translate it into English. And so the last verse that I was studying in Aramaic was, "Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you." Now, there's a famous Richard Rohr saying that God often comes to you disguised as your life. And if we allow this world to be a mirror to us, it can teach us. Every person that comes into our life, every opportunity that we have, every circumstance can be a mirror to show us deeply into ourselves and to show us and teach us about God. And so sure enough, as I'm studying a verse about not worrying and seeking the kingdom first, something came up. And it was basically my vehicle. To make a long story short, the water from the rain and the snow was leaking down into the lights, and it short-circuited the entire electric board. And my car in the middle of the night had lights turning on and doors swinging open and everything. And so basically it kept on draining the battery in my car. And so as I take it to the auto shop, and hour after hour goes by, now day after day, normally I could start really worrying about it, and dollar values would be increasing in my head, and I was thinking about how my wife and kids going to get around when I am at work with my vehicle. What if something happens? And all of these kind of worries that normally my mind would have spun into. But this time I was like, you know what? This is a mirror. This circumstance is a mirror to teach me a little bit more about this verse and about how to kind of approach this kind of problem here. So basically, if we look at some of the words in Aramaic, seek ye first the kingdom of God. The word first is lukedem. And basically what this means is like the first, like the origin of the universe, the primordial, let there be, like the creation, that we need to seek that first. Like we're part of something much bigger than just our little small selves. And we're part of this universe. We're part of this entire cosmos and as a whole. And then it says all of these things. The things is hulnean kalnean. Hulnean, and basically it's not just material things, it's just all things in their thingness, basically emotional and mental states, tools, vehicles, all of these things that we try to possess. It's a all sum of all things, basically, and that these are endless things that will be there every single day. And so the last part, all these things shall be added unto you, is metesaphein. And I love the meaning of this. It's actually kind of a Middle Eastern root that has the meaning of to prostrate the sense of small self in order to receive the self of the one. And so it's saying that the small self is like the ego, that we kind of separate ourselves from what we're a part of, that we separate ourselves from God, and we try to seek things on our own through worry and striving, and we try to kind of self-preserve, and all of this stuff that we do, we detach ourselves from the one, from what we're a part of, this whole that we're a part of, and that when we pour into the universe, it will pour back into us. We have like this reciprocity, this dance that we're in with the cosmos, with God, that we basically are part of this, and this will provide for us. God will provide for us because we're one with him. And rather than kind of detaching ourselves from that and kind of having this small sense of self, we need to prostrate the ego in order to see ourselves as attached to the one, as part of the one, and it will provide. And so basically when we start seeing that we are one with God, that we are one with the cosmos, the things in their thingness, all of those things attach themselves to us. And so we don't need to worry about that. We don't need to kind of get spun in our false self and our ego that is always, again, independent and separate and worried and all of that. We need to just prostrate that small sense of self, because that's not really who we are, to receive the self of the one, and we will be provided for. And so I just encourage you, whatever's going on, whether it's circumstance or maybe difficult people or things at work or whatever it is that are coming into your life, let it be a mirror, let it be a teacher to show you that, you are a bigger part of something else, the bigger part of the cosmos that is always going to provide for us. As we empty ourselves into the universe, it will reciprocate and pour back into us. And this is what Jesus really taught. He was all about kenosis. In order to ascend, he taught to descend first, and to empty ourselves first, rather lavishly, empty ourselves into other people and into the universe. And as we descend, we can ascend. And it's kind of this divine dance that we're all part of. And so my encouragement is just to allow things to be a mirror, a teacher in your life, and to not worry, and all these things will be added to you. God bless.